Round one. DJ Debs versus the obstacles of life. Fight!
Time right. It's almost time, baby. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now, make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment and let us know where y'all tuning in from. The show Get 'Em to the Metaverse is about to start. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Come on, make some noise. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. It's about to be insane. It's about to be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yo, welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Get 'Em to the Metaverse. Look, man, we are hype. Look, yeah, you gotta get it in. Yeah, you gotta get it in. Yeah, it's called Get 'Em to the Metaverse. It's called Get 'Em to the Metaverse.
Yes.
We got Joy. We got Joy Rain. We got Jay. You got Jay Dunn, and we here, and we see y'all there, and we about to have fun. Put your hands in the air. All right, that's it. That's it, man. I'm super excited. Thank you for tuning in to the live broadcast of Get 'Em to the Metaverse. I'm your boy Jay Dunn, and I'm here with the lovely. Let me put it on again. The lovely, gorgeous Joy Rain. How you doing, baby?
Hey, y'all. Thank you again for tuning in to our podcast. We are super excited for this show. Let's go.
Listen. You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm so excited that I rushed home today just to get dressed to be told it ain't time to get on the podcast yet. Okay, I've had my clothes laid out for the podcast. Like, that's just how much we enjoy being on this show with you guys. Oh, so much. Oh, we got Hardy West in the building, man. We appreciate you tuning in, bro. Let me get that right. There we go. Tuning in, man. And we have Mama in the building again. What is up, Mama? We appreciate you tuning in live, taking the time to tune in live. She say, "Hey, Mom." Hey, Mom. I can hear her voice right now. So, baby, how was your day today? How you feeling right now? How you feeling?
My day was amazing. I was so looking forward to this podcast, and so I'm just ready to get into it.
You ready to get into it? You ready to get into it? Let me tell you about my day real quick. Okay, we've been working, we've been having a lot of stuff going on. It's been really busy. But one of the craziest things that we've been seeing just because of doing this podcast, so many of you have taken the time out to tell us how much you guys have enjoying it, how much it's been a
Yes.
blessing to you, how much the excitement and the engagement that you guys been seeing is just refreshing, and we appreciate that because it's genuine. It's genuine,
Yeah.
right? It's like we really love this space. We really love VR, AR, XR, all types of technology. So we want to make sure we presented something that showed that all the way, you know. So that is what Get Them to the Metaverse is all about. If you don't know the mission statement, and this is the first time you hear, it's very simple. We're here to make the extraordinary metaverse an ordinary part of life. To make the extraordinary metaverse an ordinary part of life. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We got some crazy stuff to talk about. You want to start jumping into the news?
Okay, well, first we're going to talk about this demo that they have at
Okay,
Best Buy
okay.
of the Meta Quest Pro.
Tell them about it.
So, so it's so exciting that you can go into your local Best Buy and actually see it. Some people have experienced that they aren't able to go in and actually test it out, just
Correct.
view it. But some other people are able to put it on and test it, as you can see in this video of testing some of the things that it has to offer. And so that is super exciting.
It is super exciting. It's super exciting for those who are able to actually go and do it. You know, so we're gonna share a little story here, folks. We went
Story
to
time.
our local Best Buy here, and I'm gonna pull this up on the screen so you guys can actually see. So we you know, just picture we're going to our particular one. We got Houston in here. We were just looking to see where's the next nearest place that we could possibly get a tour of the Quest Pro. But as you can see, you can click on here. It has a place for demos, and you can see exactly where you can find a demo near you. And then we could put this link, in fact, in the description a little bit later on for you guys to go check it out yourselves. But let me tell y'all the story real quick. All right, so it's Sunday night. It's Sunday evening. We are resting, we are chilling, we are relaxing, and I find out there's demos, right? There's demos for the Quest Pro. I'm excited. I'm like, yes, we can go see the Quest Pro, right? So I go wake her up. I literally wake her up.
Yes, he does.
I go wake
Literally.
her up, and I say, hey, babe. They got the Quest Pro at Best Buy. It says they got it. And you're like, this is her exact word. She's prophetic, y'all. Are you sure? Okay, I'm gonna put the camera on her for a second. She goes,
What?
are you sure?
Yes, I did ask that.
That this is there, right? So okay, we get in the car. She gets dressed. She likes to humor me. She's a wonderful wife. She likes to humor me. She's like, okay, babe, we're gonna go see this Quest Pro. We get in the car, and she looks over to me. You sure it's here? I'm like, it says it's here. Why? When we pull up at the Best Buy, okay? We pull up at the Best Buy. Literally, we get in there, we talk to the person, we see the kiosk, right? We like, yeah, man, we're here to see the Quest Pro. That man said, yeah, that's the Quest right there.
It's
I
right
said,
there.
I said, no, sir, no, it's the new one. It's a black one. He's like, I ain't never seen a black Quest, but that's a Quest right there. In fact, I know that's a Quest because I just bought the Quest. And I said, well,
Yeah, I just bought the new one.
I just bought the new one. The Quest 2, man, it's new. I said, actually, the Quest 2's been out for about 2.5 years, and there's a new Quest Pro. And he said, Quest Pro? What I'm gonna do? I just bought the Quest 2. And I'm sitting the whole time like, I don't care what you just bought. I just want the demo of the Quest Pro, okay? Quest Pro. That's right,
Long story
Quest
short,
Pro.
they didn't have the Quest
They
Pro.
did, man. Jose in the
stock.
building, bro. We see you. Our boy
there.
Price in the building. He said, yeah, I'm gonna check my area. Yeah, go check your area, but that's not fair, man.
Check your local areas. Don't get your hopes up too much. But I mean, hey, if it's there, you're one of the blessed.
That's what I'm saying. And then the crazy y'all say, hey y'all, hey, we got Big Cat Pizza in the building. What's good,
Hey.
bro? What's good? But yeah, man, Jose, man, Quest Pro, man, what's up with that? All right, I want my Quest Pro, man. But you know what? If y'all want to put, I tell y'all what, man, we could do a little quick thing. If one of y'all want to shout out y'all zip code, we can see if there's a place for y'all to go and get it. You know, if anybody wants to get theirs, like Houston has some. It has multiple locations that have them, but we don't. We only had one location, and that location ain't have it. Look, Price said he gave us okay. Let's do this. Let's see. Say 1 4. 211. Let's see. I'm sorry, brother, but it don't look like there's no
Oh,
demo in your place. Okay, we got Dame live. You know, all the way. Well, not Oklahoma. Was he Iowa? What?
Iowa.
Okay, let's see. You know what? It's not. Oh
Oh.
God. Oh look and look. I know who Crazy Creole is now. That's funny. She said, "This is Nika." Well, hey sis. Well, hello sis. We see you. And Lil Price said, "I'm not surprised." So yeah, guys, there is a Quest Pro demo. We didn't get a chance
We didn't get a chance to
to
experience it, but
experience it, but
hopefully somebody does.
yeah, hopefully somebody will soon. Look, we got one more big cat piece to say this. I'm gonna try one more time. Three. Let's see. Okay, okay. We got a winner on this one. We got a winner on this one. Okay, we can go. You got Tampa, Florida. You got a few of them, bro. You got a few of them, bro. You got a few
Yeah,
of them,
so you
man.
go ahead and tell us how you enjoy
Yeah,
it.
and don't be taking no pics either. All right, don't be sending us no DMs talking about look at me with this Quest Pro. Yeah, Jay Dunn, thank you for the information. No, don't do that. We see you, D. We see you, sis, in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Dame, don't laugh at us, bro. We just upset, man. But yeah, so Quest Pro, right? That's the topic of all tech Twitter right now. Like
Yes.
everyone is talking about, everybody and their mama is talking about the Quest Pro. You know why? Let me tell you why. Why they talking about the Quest Pro? There's another Pico 4. Okay,
Oh, yes.
there's a Pico 4. Y'all know about the Pico 4? Do y'all know anything about that Pico 4? Well, let me tell you about that Pico 4. It's outselling right now the Quest.
It's coming for
It's
Quest,
coming
man.
for Quest, y'all. It is coming
Yeah.
for Quest like big time. Like, look at this. Some Pico 4 pre-orders deliveries are delayed due to unprecedented demand. Basically, what happened was the price of the Quest Pro being $1,500, it knocked so many people out of being able to afford it. And so Quest Pro, the Pico 4 being literally what, $400 with an upgraded camera, more RAM, same games. They're like, I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with this bet, man. What you think
Well,
about that?
this is the thing though. The Pico 4 is only available like in Europe, Japan, South Korea, and
Yeah,
so it hasn't even made it to the US yet. Even I'm not sure if it's even going to get to the US, but the people that have options to buy the Quest is really preferring the Pico over the Quest, and that's kind of crazy.
man, it's so crazy because at the end of the day, the Quest is it's one of those devices. Like I said, we've had it for now 2.5 years since 2020, and for us, like literally, it's evolved over time. So
Yes.
when we tell people you can get that Pico for it, you can get the new device, it's gonna do some cool stuff. But the Quest, we've literally seen it grow from like what it was when we first bought it to what it is today. It's a total different device. Horizon
Yeah.
was even launched on it when we first got it. Like and it's still got a long shelf life. I think at this point, it's gonna go into the 3 year run. It's like almost like a PlayStation, PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 type of leap,
Yeah.
and I wanted to say something too because it's a lot of misinformation. We gonna just sneak this in here. Y'all
Yes.
been talking
Let's
about
debunk
yeah.
those.
We gotta debunk this real quick. The Quest 3 ain't coming out this year. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. And Mark said it already, but I'm gonna go a step further. The Quest 3 probably not gonna come out until Connect of next year. Okay, so that means around this time frame, October. No early. I wouldn't say no earlier than August or July. No later than October, November. That's the time frame we're looking at with the Quest 3. So don't be if you're talking about, well, I'm gonna just wait for the Quest 3. I'm gonna wait. You might want to save your pennies and get the Quest Pro because there's one thing you're not going to have on the Quest 3. They already showed off some schematics. It's not going to have face and eye tracking. So those social features, that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today. In fact, one of the next
Yeah.
things we're going to be even mentioning is about shared co-spaces. This is one of the things that snuck in. I've literally, and I taught my wife this. We did the Connect together. Okay.
Yes.
And I told her now all the secrets. Anybody who was in that instance, I said all of the secrets are in the developer sessions. They not in the keynote. Okay. So we are sitting there, and I one day I'm perusing through all of this data, and I come across a crazy demo showing what's going to be possible with the next update. I want to bring this in real quick, where you can literally have co-presence inside of your space. So two people having a headset will be able to have co-presence. So right now, even with Joy Rain in the other room and me in the other room, right? Like if we was to come together, it wouldn't show that we're actually physically standing next to one another. So there's no co-presence there. There's no social connection there. Well, now with this new platform, with the presence platform they call it, you're gonna have co-location set up to where you can do all these types of augmented reality things. And this is not just locked down the Quest Pro. It's not just locked down Quest Pro. You can do this on the Quest 2. What are you thinking about that?
I'm so excited for that thing that we can be together and play all these cool AR type games and whatnot. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, yes, 100%. Look, a price said dope. Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. Look at this technology. When you look at the clip, just pay attention a little bit to the clip and to the audience who's listening to the audio podcast. I'm sorry you can't actually see this, but what's incredible about it, what's happening is you're seeing a co-location game playing on the ground of your household while other people who are in the room with you can play along with you. And that's just incredible. Incredible for a few reasons because you want things, and we know that's what our topic is today. We're not going to tell you what the topic is yet, but it's all about social, right? It's all connected to social. And that's what
Yeah.
even our next piece is going to be about is a new update to hand tracking, right? So, do you use hand tracking? I don't think a lot of people use hand tracking with their Quest Pro, Quest 2.
I use hand tracking like when we're doing Horizon workrooms and whatnot, but as far as just regular use of it, not so much.
Yeah, it's not one of those features where you honestly would see it used a lot. It's not using Horizon, which I really wish
No.
it would. I really wish it would kind of let you at least put the controllers down when you're just talking. Maybe I could just have my hand gestures, and maybe when I want to like point at somebody a certain way. I want to be able to do like you.
Oh God.
But there are some cool things that you could do with it, and honestly, like I said, in workrooms, it's actually a really great ability to just put down the controllers,
Put the
use your
controller
hands.
sounds and just manipulate everything with your hands is really, really cool.
So that's why I think even with Crest Pro, I really believe they're going to they might implement that in some way into Horizon Worlds and allow you to actually build with your actual hands, right? So
Yeah.
there's some new capabilities that's coming out for hand tracking that I think is just incredible. I wanted to pull up a little bit of these on the screen for you guys. It's going to have locomotion. It's going to have different types of features. Let me pull that up here. And you can see just here how it looks.
Oh, you're talking about like the hand tracking with the touch interfaces in the palm
Yes.
of your hand?
Yes, and so
Yep.
you
Yep.
guys can see that you can actually move around with your hand. It's gonna have hand menus. It's just some really cool things that you could do, even breaking things with your hand. Just trying to bring more fidelity to using your hands because really and truly, Meta really doesn't want you to have to use a controller. They showed us at the end of Connect, right? They showed us those
Hmm.
wristbands that you're gonna be able to put on, and that you're gonna be able to literally be able to just emit a little bit of your brain energy to make it move and do stuff. That's just incredible. The future is bright, y'all. The future
It
is
really is.
extremely bright for what things are trying to, come out. But all that being said, we can go on and on about Quest Pro and new features like there's multitasking features. We don't want to bore y'all with all those details. It's a bunch of it. We had it all in our notes, and my wife was like, "Baby, I don't want to talk about the Quest Pro all night." I said, "Well, you right, baby. You right." Okay, so we have something else to talk about. There was a breaking news situation that happened just a few days ago.
Hmm.
Now we are it is no secret, it is no. Let me put the camera on me. Let me put the camera on me. It is no secret that we are avid Horizon World users. Okay, we absolutely champion Horizon Worlds. But you want to tell them kind of what happened? Something from the Wall Street Journal came out, and uh,
So the article was saying that Horizon Worlds has less than 200,000 active users,
yeah,
and basically was trying to downplay um, Horizon Worlds, period.
yeah.
And you get a lot of articles like that coming out now. And I'm trying to figure out why they're trying to target directly Horizon Worlds. I know they have it out for Mark and Meta
Yes.
and trying to, make sure this thing collapses. But we're proving them wrong.
We're proving them wrong every day.
Yeah.
So this the statistic. Let's just go off of that first statistic, right? 200 less than supposed rumored,
Supposedly, yeah, less than.
rumored 200,000 less than 200,000 monthly active users. Okay. Now, when you think about that on the scale of what's actually happening in Horizon Worlds, if there's only 200,000, less than 200,000 people, to us, I actually see that as a plus, where others may not. Because in the Central Land, we heard the rumored numbers that they had what less than 40
Less
or
than
30.
40.
Some of them, some instances, maybe only 5 or 6, something crazy like that. Now, it's a stark difference, right? Roblox. 200 million active users. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Rec Room. 3 million monthly active users. But there's a catch.
There is a catch.
There's a catch. Let's go. Look. There's a catch. The catch is this with Rec Room, and when it comes to Rec Room, and when it comes down to Roblox. Number one, they're on multiple platforms. They're not just on the Quest. They're not. Well, actually, Rec Rooms is on the Quest too, but Roblox is not. It's a rumor that it's coming soon. But you have it on mobile, web, computer, PlayStation, Xbox, multiple systems, right? And then you have Rec Rooms that's on literally everything. If you got a refrigerator, it could run a Rec Room, okay? They have done phenomenal things with Rec Room, right? And so when you think about that, that's a little skewed. If we only talked about VR, and the number for Rec Room is actually incredible because the 3 million I'm referencing is only VR users. That's not the mobile. That's not none of
Yeah.
those things, but it's still something you want to think about. Horizon has only been around. It's only been around for roughly in beta, open beta, a
Open
year.
beta.
Barely a
Yeah.
year, right? And so to have that many users, people are making money in there. People
Yes.
are creating new opportunities. We're seeing all kind of things that's happening in the background that's really making things change for the better. Mark showed off some incredible things with importing assets in, and it's going to be also allowing skyboxes and all these amazing new features. But it's still early days for us. It's not like Horizon World has been around for 5 or 6 years and it's competing with Roblox. Even the CEOs and the CTOs and the members of the board of all these other companies are saying, look, give it time. It's going to mature. It takes time. Mark even said it's going to take 5 to 10 years to get to the point to
Yeah.
where the metaverse is going to be big. You got anything else you want to say on that?
Well, I think it all comes down to the experience. I can give this little story about like when I went into alt space. When I went there and it had this little campfire thing, and I was like, "What in the world is this?" My experience was horrible, and so then I got connected with some people who did some amazing things in alt space, and they took me on a tour and showed me around, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is all space." And so in turn, let's go back around to Horizon Worlds. Horizon
Come on.
Worlds, when people come in, they're launched into their space. They're only exposed to either the soapstone questies or
Say that.
something that is not a lot of people's cup of tea.
Correct.
And so they get in those spaces and they're turned off immediately.
Mm.
And what I think Horizon should do is have a better selection and variation of worlds that people are exposed to so it wouldn't run off people so quickly.
Wow. That's really good to compact. And look, Hardy West said, that's it right there. That is it right there. And look, sis said,
Yeah.
I'm loving those cat ears, sis. Oh man,
Thank
look,
you.
look. She's real. Them ears, them things mean something to her. Okay, she like, I gotta get my headphones. My hair
Oh my
gotta be
God.
right. Even Price said, preach. Listen. Number one, look, you had your soapbox moment. Let me have mine real quick, real quick. Look, there's so many other ways to show. We bring people into Horizon all the time. In fact, our sis was here the other day, and we brought her in. We casted it on the TV, and we showed her different areas of Horizon Worlds, and it's amazing. It's like, oh wow, that's cool that's there. That's really neat that you could do this and do that. It's like you need experienced
Yeah.
people to do that. The community guys are bringing you to
Oh
venues.
gosh.
And community guide is bringing
The
you
plaza.
the plaza. And I ain't been to the plaza since being to the plaza. Can I get an amen? Somebody. I ain't
Amen to
been to
that.
the plaza since I've been to the plaza. Like literally, if I load into the plaza, it's a mistake. Okay, I hit the. You know how Bugs Bunny used to say, "I had a wrong turn in Albuquerque." Like that was. We should call the episode that "Wrong Turn in Albuquerque." Okay, it's not that, and so we need new doors in our apartments. We need more experiences showcased. We have the arcade that has actually a Hardy's world in there, as well as Andrew Money's world in there, and a few other cool games. But at the end of the day, you got to go search for that. It's not something that you launch into. It's not something that's promoted a bunch. It was promoted once and then it was never promoted again. That's a problem, right? That's a
Yeah.
problem that needs to be resolved, because that's kind of linking into everything we're talking about tonight. It's
Yes.
what is the metaverse's biggest selling point? You know? What is the metaverse's biggest selling point? We see, I want to play a clip for you guys. Marcus Brownlee, which is MKBHD on YouTube. This is the first time he has over 14 million subscribers, right? This is the first time major press and a major YouTube personality is covering VR, right? And he had a question. I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Let me see, pull it up here. Okay, the audio's a little messed up, but it's let me see if I can mute this here. There we go. If it's gonna play right, let me refresh. If it doesn't refresh, I'll just explain to you what he actually is showing off here. But basically, he has the Quest Pro and he has his computer, and he's showing through the lens just exactly how it looks to see the full monitors. If you guys went on my reels from yesterday, I showed a cool update to Horizon Workrooms, right? That allows you to be able to have 3 monitors for a Mac. It's not on Windows yet, it's coming. And he shows that and he's like, I have thoughts. And so it led into a lot of conversation on tech Twitter. Listen, y'all, that's where the tech people that they own Twitter. They want to know what's going on Twitter, right? So he's saying, what is this device actually for? And so we started kind of deep diving and thinking about what this device could actually be and what actually is the metaverse biggest selling point. And to us, you want to tell them what we think it is?
To us is social. The social aspect of it,
Yeah.
meeting people that you would have never met before without putting the headset on. I mean, not even leaving your house, but traveling
Yeah.
around the world, being in everybody's state all at one time. It's crazy. And that social aspect is so important. To be able to do different business deals, to be able to have different relationships with people, friends, even family. The sky's the limit, and it's not even the sky. It's there is no limit to
It
it.
really is no limit to, we were talking the other day and a quote came up that just was a powerful moment for us. And we were saying, when you build in the real world, you literally build with the metaphorical thought that the sky is the limit, right? But that when you build in the metaverse, there is no sky to limit you, And so when you think about social presence, literally, I think about what does this fix? We was actually listening to a podcast. Andrew Bosworth, definitely follow him. I think it's Boz on Instagram. He had a podcast that came out a few days ago where he talked with a few other gentlemen, and one of his opening statements was the metaverse is all about social. When Horizon Worlds was launched, it was launched as a gaming platform, and now there's been a strong pivot to social. And there's a reason for that, because social is what's really connecting the dots and making us all build. I even heard today, I was listening to another interview with Immerse, and they were talking about why Renji was talking about why he was building and why he built Immerse. And what was incredible, he said a lot of people think people jump into VR to get away from people, or they don't like people, so they want to get away from people. And he said, I actually built immersed in the work app because I hated working from home. I didn't like the experience of working alone. I wanted the experience of working with others. And so he built an application where you can go into a public cafe in the metaverse and work alongside other people as if you went to a virtual Starbucks, you know? And
Yeah.
so thinking about that, can you talk about some experiences you've seen just in the social sense and just even in Horizon or what we've even learned when we went to venues a long time ago and just meeting people from all over the country?
Yeah, it could be a little intimidating. It could be a little scary at times, because you don't know what to expect. But being in Horizon, even having joy in the morning, being able to be vulnerable, finding your community and people that really care about it, and about you, it means so much.
Yeah.
And so I really think that is the disconnect when it comes to Horizon and people first coming in and saying there's nothing to do, or they don't know where to go. It's because that community sense is not in the forefront. You have to be willing to find it, and some
Yes.
people aren't willing to take that time to find where they're supposed to be or where their people are, per se.
Yes.
So we have to do a better job. Horizon as well needs to do a better job
Say that.
of being able to connect people where they belong and not having to have them search for it, but it's smack there in their face and they're having the options to choose where they want to go.
That's good. You see, D said yes. We all wouldn't have met without it. Big Cat Pizza even said it
Yes.
makes you feel like a kid in high school again when you get an opportunity to just go around and meet wonderful people in there. And of course, Price said facts. And then here go Hardy, of course, saying yes, yes, yes. Speak the truth from Breezy as well. Listen, it's one of those things. You know, when we came in there, we talked about this all the time. Dames.
Mhm.
Dames,
Yes,
shout
shout
out
out
to
Dane.
Dame. That was the experience. Joy got in there before me. She went into World. She was seeing flyers for this show. She was like, "We got to go to Dames, right?" I'm like, "Man, what is this Dames?" I thought it was a burger joint. Dames, you need a burger joint, man. You need a
Oh
burger
my
joint name.
gosh.
That's a old school burger joint name. Dames. All right, with some root beer floats in there, right? But
Oh
anyway,
my
she
gosh.
sees this flyer, and it's so funny. The night we came in, the first time we came in, it was Dames. It was Dollar Beezy was being shout out to Dollar Beezy. He was
Interviewed.
being
Yeah.
interviewed, and Hardy was on stage. This is the first time really seeing Hardy West in full Hardy West mode. Okay, yes, root beer gang, Price, root beer gang. That's right, man. Uh, but like literally, we walk in the door and I'm looking around. The entire time I was there, I was just looking around. And I was just like, this is crazy. And then Dame did something that was incredible. And this is what you can't do in video games. This doesn't happen in most open spaces. This doesn't even happen. He sees out the crowd and he says, "Hey, I see Jay Dunn and I see a Joy Rain. I just want to say thank you for coming and tuning in." And I was like, is this real? Wait, is this T? Because I'm like, Dames look famous. Dames got world famous burgers. So
Oh
why
my
is Dames?
gosh.
It's the colors. It was the colors. It was the colors. The red and the yellow. It was the colors. And I was so floored. And that night we spent the entire night world hopping. I was addicted at that point. It was like this is it. It wasn't the world. It was the people.
It was the people. Yes.
It was the
The
people.
people is the selling point, and we have to have more experiences with people having those great moments when they
Yeah.
come into Horizon Worlds. But unfortunately, they're met with the opposite. And
Yeah.
even there was even a report that said that some reporters from CNN or somebody came and jumped into Horizon Worlds, and they went to the soapstone and they had
Mm-hmm.
people yelling vulgar stuff at them, and
Yep.
and then they wrote a story about it saying about this terrible experience that
Yeah.
they had, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they don't even know
They don't even know.
where to go. All these amazing creators, all these amazing worlds there are for people to experience and
Yeah.
just blow their minds. So we have to do a better job at that.
Yeah. It's one of those things where um Horizon Worlds is something special, right? And I have a video I'm playing on this side here, and it's showing what's possible with the Quest Pro. Look, there's this thing where it's called Tribe. You can DJ live, have someone come in the room with you and co-DJ with you side by side, teaching you how to do this. And so, I've always wanted to be a DJ secretly. I know there's some DJs in the building. Y'all make some noise, woohoo! But I've always wanted to learn how to scratch the decks and do all the different things. And I can use this application to learn and actually have a live teacher come into my home through the Quest Pro, right? Through this pass through, and be able to put I'm trying to say it right because I don't want to offend y'all. The DJ deck on a table, right, and then be able to scratch, and have a person give me feedback live. This is not the person that you're seeing is a demo, but they literally have live people who can come in the room and they have classes and you're DJing and it can be all circled around you, and that is insane. And that's kind of what happens even in Horizon Worlds. You have collaborative building, right? The biggest selling point of Horizon above all other metaverse like, I don't want to call Horizon Worlds a metaverse, it's a metaverse like experience, right? Because the true metaverse, we haven't even seen it yet. The true metaverse is interconnected through, so that means I go from alt space to Horizon Worlds to Rec Room to this to that one. It's interconnected, right? But when you think about being able to build together, that means so much. That's the power of these devices. That's the power of what's trying to happen. And we've had an opportunity to, when we build in worlds, be able to have people come in and be a specialist at what they're doing and have a connection with them, right?
Yes, most definitely. And so that's what we want to make sure that we keep that going in this new wave of people, because a lot of people are going to be coming in for this Christmas holiday, and
Yes.
they're saving up their money and getting it for themselves or their children or whoever. We want to make sure that we have those people experience the right experience and know
Yes.
where to go so they can enjoy and love Horizon Worlds as much as we do.
Look, we love it. And this is not the Horizon World love show, okay?
No, it's not.
Because at the end of the day, we that's why we're showing other applications. We're showing that everything we saw with the Quest Pro, when they were even talking about, it was work and presence. It's working in
Yes.
VR, and then they even have the presence platform that houses the hand gestures, the emotion. The reason why they added eye and face tracking. A lot of people are going and bashing Meta, saying, "Oh, you're gonna steal our data straight off our face." And literally, if you read the documentation, they're only processing eye and face tracking on device. It get deleted afterwards. The only data that goes up to them is some low level data to allow them to build better algorithms and the artificial intelligence to help more with how your facial expressions move up and down, left or right, not to sell an ad to you. Now, eventually, of course, they're going to use it to sell ads. But right now, it's not there. So those are the type of things we got to think about. They're adding these features because they want social presence. When I look at this camera and I look at you, look, I'm gonna put my zoom into me. When I look into your eyes, okay?
Oh my
Look,
gosh.
now my wife over there, she like, yeah, yeah. When I look into your eyes, you feel me, right? So imagine next week when we get our Quest Pros, we're gonna look into some of you guys' eyes. You might see us roll our eyes a few times. Look,
Cannot.
let me tell y'all something. I emailed Mark Zuckerberg, okay, straight up. I emailed him. I said, look, man, y'all gotta have a way to turn them features off, man. Because my wife,
I
sometimes
can't.
she might be smiling, but on the other side of that device, she
I cannot.
look, she like doo-doo-doo. And I mean, isn't everyone? We not always so jovial. We not always the most. Oh my god! But there is an on and off button. So we did find that out. There is an on and off button, so you will be able to turn it off. But social presence is everything, guys. Social presence is gonna be the biggest selling point. When I worked in immersed a few times, and the best part about it was being able to be in a room with other people, even if we're not even talking. It's just the point of, I do have my different screens up, and I might be video editing or doing something like that, and maybe I just want to unmute real quick and say, hey man, how your day going today? Oh man, I'm good. Might be somebody over there from Argentina. Tell them about that time we were in venues, okay? Like, you remember that time we was in venues? This is before Horizon. It was even called, I don't think it was called Horizon Venues, was it? It was just called Venues.
Those venues.
And
Yeah.
you could go in there, and it was a separate app from Horizon Worlds.
Hmm.
And you would go in there, and what happened one night? We were hanging in there, and what happened?
We went to a concert, and
Yeah,
then there was some people from Argentina.
yeah,
Um, they were there, and they were like, "Are you two in the same room or in the same house or something like that?"
yes,
And we were like, "Well, we're in the same house," and they were like blown away by that. But being able to meet someone from another culture was super exciting at that time when, you know, we didn't even know that venues was exposed to people that were in Argentina.
yeah. And another thing that was amazing about that time is, so when the guy was talking to us, he was like, "Oh man, y'all talking to me, y'all on a little date night." It was like, "Oh man, it's all good." And so we were just laughing and joking. He ends up, back in those days, you had to, like, click the name just like you do now in Horizon Worlds, and
Mhm.
it shows your Facebook profile picture, right? So
Yeah.
he sees Joy. He clicks on her name. He goes, "You're beautiful. You're like you're you're gorgeous." He said, "Man," he looked at me, he looked at my picture, he was like, "Yeah, you look about right. But man, you
I
look
cannot.
you are gorgeous." And I was like,
You was taken
excuse me.
aback.
I was
You're like,
taken
wait,
back.
what?
I was taken back. Like, it's, yes, she is gorgeous. Yes, she is a model. She bad to the bone. But the whole thing was, we became friends, and next thing you know, we would go back in venues. We would see him every once in a while, and it was just a great
Yeah.
thing. And there's so many people even on this today, that's tuned in live right now. The audience who may listen to it later, you may see the chat, but that we're now close to most of these people in the chat who are tuning in, like, have their
Yeah.
real numbers to conversate with. Some of them gonna call us after this, be like, "Yo, I love the show, I enjoyed this," and it's just incredible that social is the platform. We've tried the business. I don't think business is going to thrive first. We think it's going to be social. We think the thing that sells it on, even my mom, when she saw us the headset, in fact, Price, I got a bone to pick with you. I got a bone to pick with you. Let me tell you why. Because you out here promoting Senior Citizen Night. Okay. You are out here
Oh, I know
promoting
where you going.
Senior Citizen Night, and my mom saw me share that on my stories a while. This is like a while ago. And she goes, there's a senior citizen night? I said, well, sort of. It's younger people who change their avatars to look older, and they jam to old music. And she was, you know what Mama said? That sounds like fun. I'm like, oh man, come. Like, and so Price, I'm gonna need you. Don't laugh. That's not funny. It's not funny. That I'm gonna need you to change the title or something. I just say, "Oh, young people playing old people," because my mom legitimately thought, okay, legitimately thought she was about to get in there with some older people and be up in there doing her shiffer robe dance, okay,
Not
and
the shipper
the
roll.
shiffer robe dance, all right, like that is.
I can't.
Bro, hard to say, Price, why your basement ain't got a ceiling. Come on, man. What y'all talking about?
Oh my
But like,
God.
seriously, so like, it's one of those things where I think that's the biggest selling point for the metaverse.
Yes, and I think that the social aspect is going to drive it. It's in touch with the culture. You
Yeah.
know, we we're the driving force of what happens, and so as long as we push that forward, I mean, the sky's the limit
The sky's the
for real.
literal look. We say it all the time. We've been saying it so much. The sky, there is no sky to limit
There
you in the
is no
metaverse.
sky to limit.
That's right. Look, he said, "I'm subbing off the strength. Love to see more black faces in VR." That's right, brother.
Thank you so
Look,
much.
this is a social platform here as well, right? Like, we decided I want to say this because we never said this in a video form. We said this in private. You know, when we first got into Horizon and we first started doing Metaverse, we get in Rec Room, we get in VR chat. So we're going to talk about avatars, right? So we
Oh,
started doing VR, right? We started doing VR, and we decide, you know, my wife decides she was going to create an Instagram account, start over fresh. I'm starting over. Joy Rain VR. That's what you're gonna follow me. This is what we're into. This is what we're gonna go into. And she's grown that, and it's been incredible. And we both had our avatars showing as our main picture on most of our platforms. But we made a change. Why did we make a change, Joy? Why did we make a change?
it's because we didn't want to hide behind our avatars. We wanted to show that we are really African Americans who love the space. You know, some people come in and try to be something that they're not, but we want to show 100% who we are in and out of the headset.
Yeah, so we made a pact a long time ago that as a married couple, we would be married in the metaverse, and we said if whatever we do outside of the metaverse, we would do the same inside the metaverse. And because we are people of color, you know, we decided we're no longer just going to hide behind the avatar. We're going to show you that this is us in the VR. It's us on this video. We created this podcast to promote and push excellence for all
And
scales. Go ahead.
also, too, I've experienced some people saying that they would make a avatar that is, you know, Caucasian or
Speak
Asian,
on it. Speak on it.
because the areas that they were going into, they didn't see people that
Wow.
looked like them, and so they just wanted to fit in.
Yeah,
And so to hide who you are just so you can fit in, that is not acceptable.
that's
So what
good.
we're doing is we're going to make a statement and show, even if I have to be the only person of color in the room, I'm here, and
Ooh, say
others are going to be
you
coming, you
you
know?
you be, you better say that, 'cause you just blessed my soul. Even Jose said, yes, look, he got the hard eyes. He like that's what I'm talking about. It's all about representation. And shout out to Jose. He is actually
Yeah.
sponsoring Team Infinite, which is one of the if not the first VR esports teams.
Yes.
Shout out to Tech Manju and his entire team. We're gonna have him on the show, the whole team. Hopefully, we're hoping to have the entire team. I don't know how we can even can contain all of that in one room to just talk about that experience and what that's gonna look like going forward. But literally, it's really important to really recognize that we're in a shift right now in the metaverse. Right? Let me talk to everybody in the room because we have champions all across. We have people who have been seeing our podcast on Twitter, all colors, races, and creeds, and have been absolutely loving it and saying we need more of this in this platform. So we got to keep it going, right? We got to stay motivated. We got to stay driven. And it was the purpose of doing it because we were seeing people say, where are the people of color talking about VR? Where are the people of color who are expressing the metaverse? You know, you have your Don Allens who's doing
Amazing.
amazing things in augmented reality. Shout out to him. You have the Hardy West who's doing incredible things, and the Prices that's doing incredible things inside of Horizon Worlds. And we
Yes.
got to promote this stuff. We got to push it out. That's why even on our Getting Things Done video we did for the Getting Things Done verse, I shouted them out. It was on purpose to show more black excellence, but not just for black people, but for all people of color, right? And it's nothing
Yes.
against, and once again, we're gonna say that, nothing against any other race or creed, but it's a
Not at
ton of
all.
that already out there. It's flooded. The market is flooded with that information. Okay, so we
Yes.
wanted to give something different with a different flavor, a different sauce, a different gumbo. Okay,
Yes. Come on, Louisiana gumbo. All right.
Louisiana gumbo. And another thing that was important, and that this is all linking into social. This is all
Yes.
linking into social. You know, we have found so many safe spaces in the metaverse, right?
Mhm.
Joy in the Morning has become a safe space for
Hey,
people.
shout
Oh,
out
you
to in the
know,
morning.
shout out, getting things done to you know the brands, the
The
brands.
brain.
Okay, but it's important to talk about Joy in the Morning for what it actually has become because it's a social part. Like it was just, you know, let's just give a shout out. We appreciate unemployed
Unemployed
alcoholic
alcoholic.
for allowing and giving Joy the opportunity to have her door inside of the soapstone, which is absolutely, it's the most popular world. It's the most joined world in Horizon Worlds part. It is a part of the apartments, but
It's the most exposed
it's the
world.
most exposed world, and she
Yeah.
got an opportunity to have her door inside that world, and that's just incredible, right? But it's because of the work she's been doing. It's been genuine, it's been real, it's been authentic, and people come into that space. We just had some people in that space today that got a chance to experience it, and you can tell on their faces they're just like, wow, it's something about this that's just moving. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, when people come into the space, they really do feel the genuineness. They feel the care. When you teleport into the space, you're teleporting into this dark, raining place, and you're like, wait, I thought I teleporting to joy in the morning, but it's all dark and rainy. And it has these questions that we all ask in ourselves when we find that we're in these storms in our
Yeah.
lives. But then we have a choice to make a decision. And all this is showing as a metaphor physically in the metaverse, because we can do it, of what we do every day in our lives. We have to make a decision whether we're going to move forward or we're going to stay stagnant. And once we move
Hmm.
forward, we have to come out on the other side,
Come,
which will
come
be a
on.
brighter day. And so that's all Joy in the Morning is encouraging people to move forward throughout your lives, whatever you're doing. And be encouraged, because you won't always be in that rough, tough space
Come
that you're
on.
in.
That's it.
That you're going to make it on the other side. And once you make it on the other side, you can help somebody else and tell them how you made it
Come.
over to the other
Oh,
side.
you over there
And
preaching?
so
Come on.
and so that's all we do. We tell people how we came through our expressions of grief, or how we overcame low self-esteem, or how we
Yes.
overcame anything, and help somebody else and say, I've been through that, and look, you're going to make it because I made it.
Come on. Come on. Come on. You better. I'm gonna throw a shoe at you.
Not a shoe.
Look, Price. I just shared y'all to my personal page. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you
Oh
so
man,
much.
look. And we had a few other great comments. Again, Laura,
Thank
appreciate you. She
y'all.
said, "Love your energy." We appreciate everyone who just
Oh,
commenting
thank
and showing
you.
love. Listen, and this is the thing. It's still linking back into it. You built a world that was social. The games, even Hardy just built the Starcade. It's
Oh,
social.
yes.
The thing
Social.
that makes it, the thing that makes the Starcade the amazing world is the experience of having a notorious Vic come in the room and be like, run that dice game back. Like until you're in there with multiple people and experiencing it together. We were just in Regal Boxing today and seeing people up in there boxing and stuff and just experiencing it as a social. It's That's the selling point. If I was working at Meta, if I worked at any area where this is going to be like I have a big voice, we're using our platform to push this, but I would literally be saying we need to be pushing more on the social side. Keep
And
pushing on social.
positive social, because there's a
Oh,
lot of things, come on,
oh,
there's a lot of things that are social but toxic, and we don't need that, because again, it's going to run people away. People aren't looking for bad experiences. They could get that in their everyday real life. They want to experience something different. This is supposed to be the metaverse. This is supposed to be something fun and exciting. But if I'm going to be
yes.
met with the same thing that I met with outside of it, I might as well not even put it on and save my money.
Ooh, don't say save your money. Look, and then here go Hardy. Hardy stars. Yes, positive social is the key. And
Yes.
that's why we're out here being these lights. In the metaverse, you can be anything you want. And that's the beauty of VR chat, right? When we got in the VR chat, we realized we could
Oh
be there.
gosh.
Look, man. Look, okay. VR chat
That's a
will
whole nother
change.
beast.
We'll have to have a whole episode talking about VR chat, okay? But we were trying to find representation, okay? We were trying to find represent, and it wasn't very easy to find. We did find some, but they were
You had to
very.
dig.
Here's the thing: they were very stereotypical. That's a that's a problem.
Yeah.
They were certain looks to them, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but I'm a different type of person of color, and I want different options.
And
I'm not.
that's why I
Go ahead.
love Horizon Worlds, because they
Yes,
have so many different hair options. You have so many skin shades that you can choose from. I don't always have to be the person with the afro when I go to Ready Player Me or somebody, and have to choose the afro to show that I'm African American. I'm like, come
correct.
on.
Come
I
on, look,
mean,
look.
I know I'm natural and everything, but I don't want to be wearing an afro.
Yes, indeed. Look, look. Jose said, "Leave the bad experiences for real life." 100%. And what we got here? Kanye West is in the building. Okay. Have you guys ever checked out MYX VR Metaverse? I have not. We may have to look into that. Never seen that before.
Mm.
But like sincerely, it's such a powerful thing when we even started the YouTube channel and pitching and turning over to doing content for VR. It was very intentional that there needs to be someone that looks like us talking about the things of VR, metaverse, XR. It's being making sure it becomes a normality to see someone that looks like you talking about this space.
Most
Otherwise,
definitely.
you may feel like maybe it's not cool. There was a time when being a computer nerd was not cool because you didn't see people that looked like you doing it, right? You're in a
Absolutely.
computer lab with other people that didn't look like you, and so you're like, well, I guess this isn't cool. I'm gonna go play basketball. I'm gonna go play football. I'm gonna go run track because that's where I see my people at. But there's
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
And they
It's
correlated tech with the white male, and
correct.
it's like, oh, tech is so much more than that. But hey, we have to do a better job, and this is our mission, and we're doing
Yeah, look, so he said Sway had the answers. look, look. But you know what? Can I champion my wife real quick, y'all, as we end this episode out. Okay, we gonna end this episode out, but I wanna champion my wife real quick because what I
Oh,
think is incredible is very intentional of me to see a black woman. I'm gonna say it proudly, a beautiful, magnificent black woman
oh,
talking
that
about
makes me so
VR
happy.
and knowing what she's talking about.
That part.
That part.
That
Hold on,
part.
hold on. Say it to the camera. Say it to the camera. Say it to the camera. Say it to the camera.
That part.
Okay. Talking about VR is very intentional. That this show had a black male, a black female. It was very intentional that it was a person who knew what they were talking about, that studied this genre, who
In and
understand it,
out.
who cares about it, who wants to see other and be a champion for other women, not just black women, people of color, and all races and creeds,
All women,
and
yes.
represented properly. What if you would have came on here and it was just two men talking? You've seen it already.
Ugh, I've seen it too many
You've
times.
seen it already. You need to see a couple. You need to see a male and a female. You need to see people of color doing this, getting on the platform and talking about VR, pushing the narrative forward and helping other people see the metaverse is cool. You know what? So hold on, let me do that one more time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The metaverse, yeah, it's that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the metaverse is cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to get with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool. My wife, look at it. Go ahead and give me your look. Go ahead and give me your
Oh
look.
my gosh,
Give me
I
your look
can't.
real quick. Give me your look real quick. Oh, there it is. Jose say he got
I
claps
can't.
for it. He got claps for it. But like seriously, like that's why we're doing this. We didn't do it for no other reason. We're not here to just talk. We talk about VR all the time. So we want you to keep coming here, checking us out. It's not just gonna always be us. We're gonna be highlighting others, all races, creeds, but we're gonna always have a spotlighting area for people of color to come on and have their
Yes, and also
opportunity.
too for that next generation, for that little
Yeah,
boy and girl who stumbles upon this and sees someone that looks like them talking about things that they may not have heard other people or seen other people that look like them talk about. This is for you. This is for the next generation, and
yeah.
we are so excited to usher you all into this and to see what you all can do in this space.
100%, 100%. Well, with all that being said, we appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this week's Get 'em to the
Thank
Metaverse.
y'all
We
for
thank
tuning
y'all
in.
that everything that we don't say today, if you ain't take nothing from nobody else, you ain't take nothing from no other part of this, take that the Metaverse selling point
Everybody.
is for everybody. Look. The Metaverse is for everybody, and the Metaverse is social. That's what we're pushing on our platforms. That's what we're pushing: equality, representation, and that everyone has a spot. There's no gatekeepers. We are building the now for the later. We're building the now for every generation coming after us. And this is just the beginning of Web3, the Metaverse, and even just the beginning of get them to the Metaverse. I'm your boy, Jay Dunn.
It's your girl, Joy Rain. Thank y'all so much again.
And we gonna see y'all. I'm trying to do it on the beat. And we gonna see y'all next time. And we gonna see y'all next time. And we gonna see y'all next time.
Next time.
Peace.